Once upon a time, in a kingdom where forests whispered and rivers sang, there was a small, soot-covered village nestled between the silver hills and the golden plains. In this village lived a girl named Elira, known not for her wealth nor her looks, but for her gift of fixing anything with wheels. From rattling wagons to creaky carts, Elira could bring them back to life with nothing more than a wrench, a whisper, and a spark of magic in her fingers. Elira lived in the shadow of the royal highway, a winding road of enchanted cobblestone where only the nobles rode in gleaming, self-driving carriages powered by old magic and sunstones. These royal vehicles were alive in their own quiet way, their grills curling into grins, their headlights blinking like eyes. They whispered to one another as they passed, always dreaming of freedom beyond their master's reigns. One such carriage, an old model long forgotten in the palace's overgrown courtyard, was named Ashwheel. He had once belonged to the queen's adventurous sister, who vanished on a journey to the lands beyond the mountain veil. Left unused for years, Ashwheel grew rusted and weary, his gears stiff and heart-dim. One crisp morning, Elira wandered beyond the market square looking for scrap parts and heard a faint whimper behind the palace walls. Curious, she climbed over and found Ashwheel under a moss-draped tarp. His eyes, twin round headlamps, blinked at her. "Fix me," he whispered in the voice of old metal and sorrow. "I want to ride again." With gentle hands and clever tools, Elira worked through the nights. She replaced broken axles with enchanted ironwood, re-threaded his tires with vines from the speaking forest, and polished his frame until he shimmered like starlight. When she inserted a spark crystal into his engine core, Ashwheel's heart thudded to life with a triumphant vroom. But news of Elira's magic spread like fire. The jealous Duke Varnick, who hoarded the kingdom's sunstones and outlawed unlicensed craft, declared her a witch and sent his iron riders to capture her. Ashwheel, hearing the thunder of hooves, revved his engine and cried, "Get in!" They tore through the village, smoke rising behind them, through fields that bloomed with moonflowers and past bridges guarded by tolling trolls. Elira, now dressed in oil-streaked overalls and a crown of copper wires, felt the wind on her face and freedom in her bones. They crossed the Vale of Mountains and found the road that vanished from maps, a place where abandoned vehicles of all kinds had formed a secret realm called Autovia, ruled by no king but the open road. There, old buses became libraries, pickup trucks served as gardens, and a convertible Mustang named Maribel taught young cars to dance. Elira became a legend, not a princess in a tower, but a maker and a mechanic, a queen of grease and lightning. Ashwheel, restored and proud, became the first of many free cars, no longer bound by noble riders, but choosing their companions. And so, in the land beyond the known roads, where fairy tales ran on fuel and dreams, they lived wildly, loudly, and freely ever after. The end. Car Sparkle.